In this activity, we're going to be creating mandalas inspired by thangkas. A thangka is a Tibetan Buddhist painting that usually depicts a deity, scene, or mandala. A mandala is a geometric configuration of symbols that can be used in spiritual traditions, guidance, and meditation. The Washington County Museum of Fine Arts actually has a couple of these amazing thangkas in their collection, such as this one, Mandala with Sacred Figures, which was painted around the year 1850. These mandalas were typically created using paints like gouache on fabric or canvas. Like most mandalas, they consist of a radial design, creating a sense of symmetry and balance as the two halves of the canvas are very similar. The artist creates this sense of balance by using similar forms and colors in both sides of the composition. When you are creating your own mandala, there are a couple different approaches that you can take. If you would like to take a walk outdoors and explore, get a parent or guardian's permission, and then go outside and begin collecting objects that you can use for your mandala, such as leaves, pebbles, flowers, or sand. Make sure that the materials you find are safe, and if you're unsure of something, be sure to ask your parent first. Once you collect your objects from nature, arrange them in a radial design that resembles the thangka mandalas. When I was making my nature mandala, I began by collecting rocks, leaves, berries, and pine needles in a bucket. After I collected enough objects, I sorted them into piles so the process of creating my mandala was more organized. I began in the very center of the mandala and placed berries here that grow in my backyard. From there, I began adding other objects such as rocks and leaves around the center, keeping the mandala balanced and symmetrical on both sides. And here is my finished nature mandala. If you wish to use more traditional art materials, gather the mediums of your choice, such as markers, colored pencils, pastels, or crayons, as well as a piece of paper. Like the Tibetan artists did when creating their thangkas, create a radial design that has balance and symmetry. It helps to start from the center of your design and move outwards, keeping your designs and patterns consistent the whole way around your mandala. The purpose of mandalas are to depict spiritual scenes, or they can also be used for meditation. When you're making your own mandala, use your intuition and create a composition that speaks to you. This can be done by drawing specific shapes or figures that resonate with you, or choosing a specific color palette that reflects your mood or feelings. When I was creating my mandala on paper, I chose to use colored pencils, but you can use whatever medium you prefer. I chose 6 colors that I really liked, and then I began sketching out my mandala using a pencil. Once my sketch was complete, I started in the center and began applying colored pencil. Working from the center outwards, I colored the entire composition, and then I also chose to cut out my mandala. This was just a personal decision on my part, and you don't have to do this, but you can if you would like to. If you're using scissors, make sure you use them safely or ask an adult for help. And here you can see my finished mandala on paper. Both of these mandalas were a lot of fun to create, and this project was also a really fun and interesting way to learn about artworks from other cultures. This activity would be really great for artists of all ages, so if you choose to do it, we would love to see your work. You can post your mandalas on our Facebook page or tag WCMFA on Instagram. Have fun!